Hi beauties and welcome back to my channel. So there's a new brand in town and it's called Rare Beauty. I picked up a few new products from the brand new brand Rare Beauty. So if you'd like to find out my first impressions of this brand, then just keep watching. Rare Beauty is a brand by Selena Gomez. There were quite a few products with this initial launch, but I didn't want everything that I saw in store. I saw a primer, I saw blotting powder, I also saw liquid lipstick and I didn't pick that up. There's a foundation, concealer, lip balm, there's a liquid illuminizer as well, and liquid blushes, and a brow product. So lots of products. I'm sure there's going to be more to come, but I just picked up the products that I really wanted to try. So this is what I picked up to try out. I have the Liquid Touch Fondant Tint. Oh, it's another one of these products with a name I can't hardly say. I have the liquid foundation, I have the concealer, I have the blush, the liquid blush. I also picked up a couple of lip balm colors, and I picked up the brow product. I'm not a big fan of liquid lipstick. I will wear it from time to time because I know some people who watch me might like liquid lipstick, but that's not really my jam. So because I picked up so many other products and my bill was getting large, I decided to pass on the liquid lipstick and the illuminizer. I just wasn't in love with those. It was already a stretch for me to be trying the liquid blush. This is my first time trying that. So I just decided to stop here and not explore any further during this shopping trip. So this is the mission of Rare Beauty. We are on a mission to help everyone celebrate their individuality by redefining what beautiful means. We want to promote self-acceptance and give people the tools they need to feel less alone in the world. Our vision is to create a safe, welcoming space in beauty and beyond that supports mental well-being across age, gender identity, sexual orientation, race, cultural background, physical or mental ability, and perspective. The other thing that I want to share with you all that I thought was really sweet, I like the Rare Impact Fund. The goal of the Rare Impact Fund is to raise $100 million over the next 10 years to help address gaps in mental health services for underserved communities. 1% of all sales, as well as funds raised from partners, will be dedicated to the Rare Impact Fund that aims to increase access to mental health resources. And of course, she shares more about that. So that's really nice. Here's the foundation. I picked up the shade 370N. I'm not sure if it's going to really work or not because I couldn't really test it in store because of COVID and everything. So I could only test it on my arm. But usually I can make it work even if it doesn't work. Let me shake it up here. I think it says on the box for me to shake it up, and there's a little shaker in there. And this is like a serum type foundation. Okay. And there's a doe foot applicator. And I think this is a little light, but we'll see. It's neutral, so it's the right undertone. I'm going to do one half of my face and then we'll take a look at it. So I'll do one half with the Beauty Blender and then we'll try it with the brush. So here we go. And it is light, but I'm going to work my magic. I can already tell it's a little light, but good undertone though. I like how it's blending with the Beauty Blender here. I didn't see any instructions on the box that told me how to blend the product, so I'm just gonna do what I typically do. All it said was shake well. That's all it said. Definitely light for my summer self. So that's one layer. Quite light. I know. Don't worry. It has a little bit of a radiance to it, I think. So let's just go ahead and do the other side. And I have a few like dark marks from blemishes, so I'm interested to see how well it covers, because it is a very, very thin foundation. Very thin. The consistency reminds me of my Derma Blend. The drops is sort of the consistency of Derma Blend, but without that super full coverage though. This is the It Cosmetics Heavenly Skin brush, I believe is what it's called. I like my Tarte brush, but I left it at my other home, my work home. So this is what we're using. This is moving around. Let me see if I can show you guys. With the brush, it's not like adhering, becoming one with the skin as easily to me. It's moving around. And I think she does have a brush that she's selling as well that I didn't buy. It doesn't sit down really quickly to me. So I think I like the sponge application a little bit better. So let's go back over it with the sponge. And she also has a sponge, but I saw someone else's review of the sponge and they didn't love the sponge all that much, so I wasn't getting that. And I have plenty of sponges. I know it's light. I know it's light. If I would have been able to really try this on, I probably would have gone a couple of shades darker, but it's what it is. That's what we have right now. I'm gonna go back over just the areas where I need a little more coverage, but not everywhere, because I think I have on enough. So just a couple of places where I see like a few spots. Sometimes my forehead doesn't get covered as well either, so we'll put a little bit there. Okay. And I still can't quite cover those areas, but I'm not gonna keep adding foundation. Nope, I'm not going to. So this is what it looks like. Let's go on to the concealer. I'm ready to move on to something else. I didn't smell any fragrance either, guys. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't smell like any fragrances in this, but it's a little tacky as far as how it feels. She has like a concealer that goes along with each foundation, and it looks like it's a little bit brighter than the foundation. This is $3.70 in concealer, Liquid Touch Corrector Eclat. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. Is there an English side? Oh my gosh. There's an English side and another language side. This is the Liquid Touch Weightless Foundation is what I have on my face right now. And this is the Liquid Touch Brightening Concealer. They told me in the store that the knobs, the purpose of the knobs is to help her, like she has lupus, and one of the, I guess, symptoms is it is difficult to open things, and that this helps you, you're able to just use it, open it like that. So I thought that was interesting. Folks in store really like the concealer. I'm gonna do both of them with the sponge. I'm gonna do both eyes with the sponge, guys. I've just been liking to blend out concealer with a sponge. And the applicator is another little tiny angled doe foot. I think maybe so you can do this. This is a good color. It is like slightly lighter than the foundation, so that's nice. I'm just gonna take a little bit over my eyes too. Okay, it's a very lightweight concealer. I think it did a good job of concealing my dark circles. Did okay. I'm gonna put one dot here and here just to add a little bit more coverage. I'll know a little more about whether it's settling, because I'm aging, and so let's see if it's settling in my under eyes, and I'll know a little bit more once I add the powder, I think. But that's not bad. picking it back up, I definitely transferred a lot of product onto it when I opened it again the second time around. Okay, so that's not good. It gets really dirty, huh? That kind of stained the cap. You might not be able to tell it, but me touching it with makeup on my hand kind of transferred onto the cap. This is what they look like side by side, just so you guys can see the color difference. And they both say 370, so that's, I think that's nice. It's perfect. Like they did it like maybe one or two shades lighter than the foundation that it goes with. That's good. Sometimes I like to go in the inner corner here with the brush, but I think the coverage is nice, so I think I'm okay. I'm going to use my trusty Laura Mercier translucent powder to set today. You know, I know exactly how this works for me. It won't add any color, so we'll know how all of this looks because it's translucent. Let's just set the under eyes because I do not want them to crease, and then we'll try the blush. Alright guys, this is what it looks like so far. Let's go ahead and try out the Soft Pinch, let's look at the English side. The Soft Pinch Dewy Liquid Blush. There was a matte blush, but I didn't like some of the shades as well. They weren't like the exact same shades. And this shade is Joy. Joy and pain. It's like sunshine and rain. I forgot, guys, I do have their brow product. So before we do the blush, let's go ahead and try out the brow product. It's the Brow Harmony Pencil and Gel, and this shade is Deep Brown. That was the shade I chose. Ooh. So there's gel. Okay, so I'm gonna need a spoolie. All right, so one side is a gel product with a little tiny wand here. That's the gel. The cap just comes off like that. I was twisting. And this is a chunky brow product. It looks like that. That's the shape. It's a little chunkier. So let's give it a go. I have this Anastasia spoolie, so I'll use that one when I need a spoolie. Wow. Ooh, dark. This looks sort of like ebony, you know, in the Brow Wiz or something. Wow, this is different. It's like I feel like I barely have to touch my skin for this product to draw on my brows here. It's a little hard to control, but it's pretty. I think it'll just take some getting used to. See, that just made a bold brow. So let me use my spoolie here. It is a very creamy product. It's definitely different. Of course, I'm gonna clean these up, you know, but trying to learn how to use something new. I don't know how I feel about having the gel on one end, because it makes it fat. It's like fatter on this end, and so it just feels different in your hand. This is smaller, it's skinnier, and this is really fat. This is a brow definer by ABH, and imagine how tiny the Brow Wiz is in comparison to this. It's gonna take some getting used to holding this in your hand, and as I said, it's just a really creamy product, so you don't have to really do much for it to apply. So we're gonna definitely have to like shape them up to make them look normal. Because right now I got monster brows. I know I do. I'm gonna get them right though. All right, let's try the gel. It's like lifting a little bit. In the place where my brows are a little sparse, the brush lifted a little bit. So I'm just gonna add a little bit back right here. I am not sure how I feel about the brow product as far as using it. So I feel like I love the look of my brows. You guys tell me, but I feel like I had to work. That was a chore. I just got to get used to the product, using the product. But I had an aha moment when I was doing this. The look of my brows reminds me of how my brows look when I use a pomade, but not as slick as the pomade. But this is definitely between a pencil and a pomade as far as the consistency of this brow product. If you have very fluffy brows already, I think this is a quick product. But if you have brows that are more sparse and require you to do more drawing them in, I think that this product might take a little bit longer just because of the texture of the product. I was gonna do my eye look off camera, but I'm just gonna go ahead and film it and speed through it. And this is the Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. This is from NARS, and I just applied this as my eyeshadow base. This is like a Korean beauty product that I really have been enjoying, so I'm going to use this today. I'm going to use this as a transition shade. I think I can do this part off camera. I'm gonna do liner, lashes, mascara, and I'll be back. All right, we're gonna just try this with the Beauty Blender, but let's go ahead and just show you guys the color. It's kind of a coral color, I would say. It was just the color I liked the most. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand instead of directly on my face. That's what it looks like. And we're gonna pick it up with the Beauty Blender. Woo, that's quite pigmented, and I didn't pick up much. Let's go on this side too, to get rid of some of the product. Okay. Well, we're looking clown-like right now. Blend, 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 blend. Okay. It's blending out. Okay, now I'm trying to kind of pull it down some. A little nervous at first, guys. A little nervous. That's a pretty color. That's really pretty. Take a little bit so we can kind of get the back here. I wanted to feel the foundation to see, you know, it's how tacky it is. It's still kind of tacky to the touch, so I definitely think you need like powder. I didn't powder in some of these areas because of the blush. It's a pretty color, but I'm just not sure how I feel about a liquid blush, but it's pretty. So this is what it looks like, but it seems like it's lifting, like it's doing something funny with the concealer. So we're gonna have to fix that. I'm gonna bronze and then see what I can do to correct whatever the lifting was. Can you see how it kind of lifted the concealer? And it may be because of, you know, it took a while for me to apply the blush, and that's where some powder was right here. So I don't know. But let's go ahead and bronze, and then we'll fix it the best I can. And I haven't used this bronzer in a while. It looks a little cruddy. This is my Cover FX Monochromatic bronzer, and this one is Suntan Bronze. And it is on sale this week. It's part of the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, so I thought I'd break her back out. I have really got to fix that. That's, ooh. Hey, how can we fix this? Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me, Goose. I'm gonna try this Tarte color correct right here to tone that down and kind of put that around my edges here. And I feel like I still need like a tad of powder. Like I didn't really apply powder down in that area. So I'm just gonna take a soft amount here and just softly dust it to set the rest of my face here. Not bad at all. It's still a problem here. I feel like I still need to carve out my cheeks a little bit. Take a little dot. It's over powder, but let's see. I gotta try. I really couldn't fix that, so we're gonna move on. But maybe the highlighter will cover some of this. I don't know. I'm gonna try to bring it down some to hide my imperfection down there. After I finish the lips and set my face, we'll talk about it. Let's try out the lip products, then I'll set my face and we'll discuss everything. Saw two lip balm colors that I really like, Blessed and Empathy. Blessed, Empathy. So let's go in with Blessed first. And what I liked about this, the shape of the lip balm is so that when you put it on your nightstand or any flat surface, it won't roll away from you. I like that. Thought that was innovative. Ooh. I'm not going to apply a lip liner. I just want to see how this looks. A hydrating, fuss-free balm that adds a hint of just kissed color and soft shine. This definitely looks more like a violet pink. It doesn't look the same on my lips. It looks like a purple pink. It feels good on the lips. It feels like it has oil in it though. It feels more like it does feel like a lip balm, and it has like a oil type of texture. So this one is Blessed. Now let's try Empathy. So let's see what Empathy looks like. And this is a little different. Oh, this one looks more like the color. So that's what this one looks like. I'll go back to the other color, but I want to put on a liner with it. This is Cork. Time to set. I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Filter. I'm going to have to watch this back and look at myself before I can really tell you guys how I feel about the product, because at the end of the day, how it looks at the end makes a huge difference versus the experience. Whenever you're trying something for the first time and you're learning how the product works, it can be a little bit challenging. First, let's just talk about the foundation. I think that the foundation looks beautiful. Once you get it finished, and now that I have everything on, I think it is beautiful. I could have done better with my shade match, but as I mentioned before, it was sort of tough at Sephora because I didn't want to stay in there long enough to get someone else to apply it to my face, and you couldn't just test it, you know, going into the tester and applying it to your face just was out of the question for me right now. So I only applied it to my arm. It disappeared on my arm, but it is a little lighter. But as you can tell, once I applied bronzer, it's okay. I think I've done okay to, you know, make it look like my skin, but I can still tell it's a little bit light. I was touching my face in the places where I didn't apply powder, and it still felt a little bit tacky. So I would say that you'll want to set this with powder, but it's just hard when you're using so many liquid products. Like, I just typically like to be able to set my face right away with powder than to do what I was having to do, like move to my brows, like the normal order of things. When I apply my makeup, this was just harder to work with because I knew I was going to get to that liquid blush, and it was just kind of different. Maybe I should have gone ahead and applied the liquid blush before my eyes, so that I wouldn't have had this issue over here that we're going to talk about. There were no instructions that really told you much about the product, not on the packaging, to tell me how to proceed. So this is okay. I like it better with the sponge. I felt like the product moved around a lot with the brush, and if I was just using a brush, I would be buffing it in forever. It was still moving around. And with the beauty blender, I was able to get it to set down a little bit quicker. And again, it is a like kind of runnier consistency. I'll continue to try it out to see how I feel about it. I do like how my skin looks, but I'll have to continue to wear it to tell you guys how I feel about it. I think I like the concealer a little bit better than the foundation. It doesn't feel anything like the serum foundation. It felt like normal concealer. It just felt like a matte concealer, and it's just a hint brighter than the foundation color. So I thought it paired nicely with the foundation. I can see like more wrinkles under my eye, but I am older. I say that all the time. I am older, so you can't 100% eliminate them. I don't see creasing. I don't think my dark circles are 100% gone. They're not completely gone, but my under eye is fairly smooth. The concealer blended nicely on top of the foundation. I have a better first impression of the concealer than the foundation right now. The brow product, I actually like. I really like the brow product. But it took some work as well, so I'll just have to get used to it, but I like how my brows look. Definitely like this crayon, but just be warned that it's a little tricky, and I think you're gonna have to kind of play with it to learn how to use it. The blush. I'm not sure. I like the color of this blush, and I like that it kind of looks like a natural flush on your cheeks. Like, I think that one of the benefits of a liquid blush is that it sort of just really blends into the cheeks, really pretty, and it looks like a natural blush, you know? Maybe I waited too late to apply this, so the next time that I apply this, I will apply it directly on top of my concealer and my foundation before I set my concealer. I'm nervous about that. I may have to like set the concealer right near where my under eyes might crease and then apply the blush, but not bring the powder too far down. Like, I'm gonna have to play with this, but I do think that maybe I need to apply this sooner and not give my foundation and the concealer too much time to set. I felt like I had to work quickly with this product, and it started to lift in this area. I couldn't fix it. I just did the best I could to make it look better, but I couldn't fix it. That's the other thing about like a liquid blush is, to me, you can't really correct it if you do have a problem like this, where with powder you can just kind of, you know, it's just not going to happen, and you can kind of touch it up. Whereas like if this wears a little bit, can I touch it up? Because right now I'm scared because of what happened. I'm scared to put it on top of powder. And I tried to fix it on top of powder and it was just harder. Like, so it seems like you really got to put this on wet foundation, wet concealer area, and you better get it right the first time because it's hard to go back and fix anything later. So I don't love that about liquids. It doesn't mean that the product's bad. I just don't like that whole thing. I don't like that process. I will use this again. I will try it again, but I will move faster. The lips, I don't know that this serves a purpose for me either. There were various colors for this little lip balm, but I wasn't a fan of the colors I picked as far as how they look on my lip color. This pink was looking more purple pink than coral pink, and in the tube it just didn't look, it looked a little more coral. I don't know, but on top of my darker lips it just changed the color. And this color is not bad, I just didn't want to wear it today. The Empathy color, that's not so bad. It's a lip balm. It feels like a lip balm. It's a color that, especially if you put it on with a lip liner, that could be an everyday color. It's okay. The texture is different than a lot of products that I've used before. I'm not experiencing any gathering here, so it went on smoothly. It's nice. I like the brand. I like the concept of the brand. So I really wanted to like everything a lot. I don't know yet. So the jury is still out. I'll try them out a few more days just to see if I can kind of get the hang of them. But I definitely think this is a brand that's moving, and it's a different kind of product. And I usually keep it basic. I usually keep it simple, and I purchase products that I'm familiar with and know how to use. And I was just wanting to try something new today, so I just have to practice with these products and see how it goes. Alright guys, so that concludes my video for today, and I hope that you all have enjoyed it. If you came here trying to decide whether to purchase these products, I don't know if you have left with an answer, because I'm not quite sure how I feel about everything myself, except that brow product. I do like this. I'll update you in the description box as it relates to how I feel about these products. So I hope that you all have enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will respond. And if you've not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and click that subscribe button before you leave. So I'll be seeing you guys again very soon in my next video. So until the next time we meet again, this is Savvy, signing out.